Welcome everyone. My name is Ricky. Today I'm going to be interviewing a good friend of mine, Jorge Castellon. He has been in the real estate business for about 10 to 15 years, and I'm excited to interview him as he's a great person. So Jorge, tell us a little bit about yourself.
First of all, Ricky, thank you for interviewing me. It's a great honor to be interviewed by the one and only Ricky Valenzuela, not to be confused with Richie Valens.
That's true. It's true.
About me, I've been in San Diego for 22 years. I came to college here and fell in love with this beautiful city, and I've been here ever since.
Okay, gotcha.
And I practice real estate here in San Diego.
Gotcha. And how did you get started in real estate?
Well, that's an interesting story. Actually, my first job out of college was a claims adjuster. Not the most rewarding job, kind of a thankless job. People are in an accident, they crash, and they call you, and then you go and you try to pay them the least amount of money, basically. And I was driving in the truck. I'm not going to mention the insurance company name, but they had trucks that you would drive out to the claim site, and I happened to crash one. So that was 1 point. Then I crashed my own car. That was 2 points.
Wow.
And then I got a speeding ticket. So that was 3 DMV points,
Wow.
which disqualifies me from the job. So I cried a little bit, and then I quit because I was going to get fired.
Okay.
My friend was working at a mortgage brokerage, and he had been asking me to go work with him for a couple years, but I didn't want to do that because I wanted a stable check. I wanted a W-2, bi-weekly income, but I didn't have a choice, so I had to work.
Gotcha. So it was a need that drew you to get into that business.
Yes. Yep, I needed a job.
You need a job. Gotcha. Okay. And you've been doing that for about 10, 15 years. Sales. Pretty stressful, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
How do you keep a full head of hair?
I don't know, what's that coloring that you put in your hair?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is it color?
Yeah,
Also,
just for men.
So it's not
just for men.
It's not truly black.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Pro tip.
Pro tip for everyone out there. It's in sales.
Just for men.
Just for men. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, San Diego's a very interesting market to be in real estate in. I'm sure you've dealt with people that maybe have some different lifestyle choices now that we have recreational activities available to them. Have you ever had anybody really give you a cash offer, like a serious cash offer, like in the movies when they bring the briefcase?
Like a duffel bag cash?
Duffel bag, briefcase, cash, yeah.
Well, I guess you're right. Cash is cash. We refer to cash sometimes when it's like a purchase without a loan. That's, a cash offer technically. You don't think that they're going to bring the duffel bag. But now that you mention it, I do have one occasion that I can remember where I had a similar situation where a client, just say he had a little bit of extra money that he wanted to spend and was purchasing a condo for $500,000, let's say. He wanted to buy the furniture for $25,000 from the seller. And I was representing the seller, excuse me, and the buyer. He was a little bit apprehensive to tell the seller, hey, this guy wants to give you $25,000 for your furniture, which may or may not be worth $25,000. But when I told that to the seller, he said, okay, cool. So then we had the problem of transporting the cash, and I asked, the buyer, I said, how are we going to give him all that cash? And the buyer says, dude, don't worry, it's only that much. And apparently it was only that much, just about 2 stacks of hundreds. I guess when you have the hundreds, it's a lot smaller. It's not like in the movies. I was imagining a duffel bag, but it was just that much.
No stack?
So, furniture.
I guess by buying all that furniture, you can hide more of his money, right?
Yeah, you can hide the cash in there now.
Hide the cash in there now. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So what drives you every day to go out there and continue to pursue this business?
Well, a couple things. Well, in sales, if you don't sell, you don't eat, you don't get to save money, travel, things like that. I think besides that though, personally, I need kind of a deeper driver in order to do what I do. And it is basically to help more people. So if, 1 year you do a certain number of transactions, then the next year you want to do a little bit more and kind of grow and progress and help more people. Actually, the most rewarding part of my job, for example, if it's somebody's buying their first home, they might be 25 years old. Actually, a client of mine who's a friend of mine is 50 years old and bought his first home. And, he had adopted his grandchild, and so they had a new home with a grandkid, and they were a little bit older than some of my first-time home buyers, but giving a key to a family like that is actually a huge driver.
Wow.
So I'm trying to build and do that for more people, and that really drives me.
That must be really rewarding. Super rewarding, huh?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's cool, man. That's a great story. You know, you keep talking about wanting to do more for yourself, and you've been in business now for 10, 15 years. You ever thought about maybe opening your own brokerage?
Well, I did have my own brokerage, and I decided to sell it. It was, you know, a little bit more management than sales and working directly with people, where you get to help them one-on-one, and you know, you can fire your clients a lot easier than you can fire your employees. So when I had a team of 7 or 8 people, and we had a brokerage, there's a lot more to it. There's liability, you got to do more paperwork. So I actually realized that I was stronger just on the sales portion. So I decided to let the brokerage go, and I've actually been a lot happier ever since.
Gotcha. Well, that's probably a good thing, because that's probably what helped you keep your hair, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
I gotcha.
That's just for men.
And it's just for men. Gotcha. Okay, cool. And do you see yourself continuing to do this for, the next 15 years? I mean, you've already been in it for about 10, 15. You think you can do another 15?
Probably about 15.
Yeah.
My goal is to retire at 55.
Okay.
So I plan to buy a couple of properties every year until I have enough to produce enough income to retire.
Okay.
I have the image of the 75 or 80-year-old, no offense, real estate agent out there looking at houses and showing houses, and I want to be retired by that time. So I'm saving up and buying some properties.
Gotcha.
Because there's no pension in this business. So.
Right. Exactly. Well, your last question. You want to be retired, and that really your full head of hair?
Are you jealous of my hair?
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah.
You got a couple grays there.
Hey.
Maybe you need to use the just for men.
Maybe a little just for men, huh? Oh man. Well, hey, this interview is turning a little bit differently than we want it to go. So, if you have any closing comments other than my hair, how would you like to sign us off?
It's a pleasure to be interviewed once again by the great Ricky Valenzuela.
All right. Hey, Jorge, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone.